On screen is a picture that was posted on Instagram from multiple different accounts and multiple different times. It shows the difference between the cartoons that are playing on Cartoon Network, specifically from the years 2002 and 2012. If you're anything like me, this picture both makes you sad, yet excited and happy at the same time. This is just a picture of some cartoons, some old and some newer, yet it perfectly represents what nostalgia does to the human mind. Now on screen, there should be a definition of nostalgia. This is, of course, the dictionary definition, the proper quote unquote definition. We all understand nostalgia, and we all know when we're experiencing it. Essentially, it's remembering your past in a very positive way, all the good parts from your past. From this picture, I see the days waking up early on a Saturday morning just to watch cartoons in the living room. Trying to switch between the best channels with the best shows was kind of like the Olympics for me as a child. Trying to watch SpongeBob on Nickelodeon, but Courage the Cowardly Dog on Cartoon Network at the same time. Switching channels when one went to commercials was really entertaining for me. And that remembrance, that memory fills me with nostalgia. But nostalgia is more than just a trip down memory lane. It's actually very interesting for neuropsychology. On screen is a picture of the human brain. This brain is currently experiencing nostalgia, and in particular, there's two little dots that are activated in the human brain, one in yellow and one in red. The yellow dot shows chronological remoteness. It's a part of the brain that brings back those old memories, that remembering those cartoons you watched as a kid. The nostalgia you feel first comes from your memories, something like your old dog, a first date, graduating high school. All of these are part of that chronological remoteness. The other dot, the red dot, shows what's called emotional significance. This is essentially your emotional network. Think the movie Inside Out, where Disney created literal characters for each of your emotions. It's what makes you feel, well, anything towards your emotions. But specifically during nostalgia, it's what you feel towards your prior memories. And nostalgia always comes with happiness, positivity, and just good moments from your past. That red and yellow dot, that little combination of colors in your brain, is the reason why I can look at an old family photo like this one and remember all the fun and crazy things we used to do. And yes, that's me on the top of the couch aiming directly at my cousin, my brother on the left, and my cousin scattered in the middle, with my grandma having no idea what's happening behind her. All of those Nerf gun fights, all the Mario Kart Wii with the steering wheel, of course, and all of the funny and just goofy things we used to do all come from the combination of those two tiny dots in your brain, which is really quite interesting. Nostalgia also isn't just a way to remember your past. Nostalgia does have a tangible, sort of medical effect for your brain. People who were reported as nostalgic had a higher ability to bounce back from traumatic events in their lives, according to psychologists and, excuse me for my pronunciation, Jinwei Zhao and Dinggu Gao from Sun Yat-sen University. In their experiments, these nostalgic individuals were found to be more resilient and needed less support from family or friends to overcome traumatic events in their lives. They were kind of almost stronger mentally. Nostalgia has also been used as a coping mechanism for people who are feeling lonely and secluded, which, with COVID spreading and quarantine being more than a year long, have become pretty normal feelings to have nowadays. especially with all the crazy stuff happening in this world. Not being able to go to concerts, movies, sporting events. It's been kind of lonely for some people. So, nostalgia has this sort of feeling where you should go and find that old box of photos. You should laugh at those good times. You should just feel good again. Relive your past through these photos because times are really tough right now. But these times cannot take away what you love from your past. It's yours and it's one of the best things to keep with you. It's in particular why I can look at my really dilapidated Puerto Rican flag in my backyard, and while it is quite a disturbing sight now, only fills me with those great memories of that Puerto Rican themed backyard birthday that we had for my grandmother. It was a whole lot of fun, and everyone was taking photos in front of it because it looked so nice. And of course, with everyone being in front of it, kind of covered the whole thing, and I'm not upset about it at all. But I remember those good old days of just sitting in the summer heat, drawing the flag first, then spray painting it afterwards to make sure I did it right. Those were really good times for me. And that picture, that sight of the flag, brings me back to it. And I love every second of it. That love for my past memories and that past experience is why I do go to you and tell you, remember the past. Just because it's no longer with us doesn't mean it's over. That love for those times, for those friends, for those people that you spent those times with, the places you've been, they're all part of you. Your brain doesn't necessarily forget that. You just have to bring it up. Go back to those places that you've been with. Meet those friends that you used to hang out with all the time again. Go to those pictures. Show your parents how how funny you looked as a kid with that weird haircut that they said was okay. Like, come on. Why, ma? But go remember those times. They're honestly some of the best moments that you'll have just rethinking about. And that's honestly something far bigger than any tough time can be.